We're going to talk about karma, karmic lessons. What are they? Why do we have to do them? And can we actually move through them lightning fast and not have to endure maybe a sufferable experience? Amen. Okay. So let's dive in to first and foremost what karma actually is, because karma is one of those things that's with us from day one, right? Whether we realize it or not, we have the context of like what we grew up in is like, oh, your karmic lessons, or no, sorry, you didn't grow up with my mom. You grow up with like karma's gonna get you. That's karma, right? We grow up hearing it all the time. Karma literally translated means action, which is interesting, isn't it? So karma, here's how you can think of it. Karma is just a return of energy. It's a return of energy. What you get out, you get back. When we put it very simply like that, it's like, oh, okay, all right, that makes sense. But when we have karmic lessons, a lot of times our karmic lessons did not come from this round of life. A lot of times our karmic lessons came from a past round of life. So I'm going to give you Cliff's Notes here. Again, my belief system, take what lands on you as truth, leave the rest. But I'm going to give you Cliff's Notes here of how all this works. When you as a soul choose to come and play the earth game, you are choosing to come and play the karma game. Essentially, you're coming to have an experience. You're going to experience the opposite of who you are, which is your ego. So opposite of your truth, which is soul. You're going to come and experience that. And essentially, you're working to try to overcome that which you are not and remember who you are. It's like a game, right? Can I remember my enoughness in the face of feeling not enough? Can I remember my worthiness in the face of feeling unworthy? Can I remember my power in the face of feeling insecure? You feel me? You come to play this game. So in that, we kind of end up racking up some not so good energy, right? Sometimes we act out of the ego, and when we act out of the ego, we are building up ourselves some karma that we have to then play out at a later date. And it's essentially saying, here's that energy again. Can you do it better, right? So when you have something that occurs that feels as though you have no control over it, why did this happen? I'm just having to deal with this. It must be karma. It very well might be. It very well might be karma. But when you face those kind of things, so everyone here, we've all had stuff that like life threw at us, right? We're just like, oh my God, what? How did I attract this? How did I create this, right? We go back to creating our own reality. How did I do this? Well, you may not have done it this life. You might have created your karma last life. We get it. So when that happens, you are not doomed to play out some awful scenario because you messed up before. Okay? Because I know that's what it feels like. It's like, I don't have control over this. I just have to suffer through it and hope it ends soon. You don't have control over it happening, like it occurring. But again, remember, can you remember who you are in the face of who you are not? So when something like that happens, when something out of left field happens, when something feels very karmic, and we'll get into some examples here in just a second. When something feels very karmic, you have that and you're just like, ugh. So when you have something that happens and you don't like it, essentially, right? Because that's what it comes down to. Good karma, we're fine with, right? Good karma, we're like, no problem. Give it to me all day long, right? But it's when the stuff that feels mucky, the stuff that feels like a challenge, the stuff that feels like this looping kind of heavy energy that you feel like you can't get out of. When that stuff occurs, this is your opportunity. And that's really how I want you to see it. Don't sit there and feel like you're being punished, okay? Because it's not like that. This is your opportunity to transmute this energy. Because again, karma is a return of energy. You've been here before, this life or another life. We don't know. But what we do know is that whatever's happening is happening for you right here, right now. So this is your opportunity to transmute this energy. So you gotta ask yourself, like, what is a better way? What's a higher way? How can I handle this from love? What needs to happen here? And it is always, always, always gonna come down to forgiveness. It's always gonna come down to forgiveness first. So, okay, I'm gonna give you guys my formula. I call it the transmutation prayer. AAFLR. AAFLR, transmutation prayer. Acknowledge, accept, forgive, love, release. Write it down. AAFLR. Acknowledge, accept, forgive, love, release. Now let's start with the acknowledge. Acknowledge is you got to acknowledge what's happening. We don't get anywhere playing in denial. Amen. We don't get anywhere trying to positive think our way out of it. We don't get anywhere trying to outrun it. We've got to truly acknowledge what's happening. Once you're in the acknowledge state, that's when you can accept it. Accept it. Now, a lot of people really fight the acceptance. And I'll tell you why. Because there's this idea that if we accept what's happening, that we are like giving into it. Like, well, that's it. That's my life. Oh, well. But I want you to write this down too. Acceptance is, capital letters, is transcendence. Acceptance is transcendence. Because we cannot move past anything that we're rejecting. When you reject something, you also attach yourself to it. Hello, looping pattern. We don't want that, right? When you sit there and you hold it back like this, you have to sit there and hold it. You can't go anywhere. So when you reject something, you are also attached to it. You feel me on that? So when we accept it, that gives us the power to do something about it. This is so huge. Write it down. So acknowledge it, because we're not going to be in denial anymore. Okay, we got to look at what is. And we've got to also understand in this acknowledge and accept that it's here for a reason. It's here so that we can learn something, so that we can rise up, so that we can do it differently. I cannot tell you how many times that phrase, do it differently, has appeared in my life over the last 4 years. You will be called to do it differently. Karma is saying you have this return of energy. This is your opportunity to choose to do it differently. So when these things occur, when you've got some mucky muck that's happening in your life, you've got a challenge that is really kind of taking you for a ringer or taking you, whatever, you get it, taking you for a ride. That is your opportunity right here, right now to do it differently. So we want to look at it. We want to acknowledge it. Like, don't be an ostrich with your head in the ground because that's not going to get you anywhere. That's not you and your power. Acknowledge this is the situation. This is what's happening. This is what I'm feeling. And the feeling is the hardest part, right? The feeling's the hardest part. The actual like facts of life are like, they're neutral. It's how you feel about it. That is really the thing that kind of takes you for that ride. So once we acknowledge it, we accept it. Just accept it entirely. You don't have to like it, but accept it. You feel me on that? Like you don't have to like it, but accept it. And in the acceptance, you open up an opportunity to now transmute it. Because once I can accept something, I'm no longer in denial of it. I'm no longer rejecting it. I am just being with it. That is you in your power. And I know to our ego, it feels like the exact opposite. Because our ego says, no, because if you accept it, then you succumb to it, and then you're weak, and then you're never going to get out of it. No. Remember, ego is a lie. Ego is a non-truth. When you accept it, that's you coming into your full power. Because once you accept what is, now you have the power to transmute it where you want it to go. And we know in our acronym, our next step is to forgive. Forgiveness is the most powerful energy there is. And I know we've probably all heard when it comes to like forgiving someone else is not about them, it's about you. Because when you forgive, you let it go. Let it go, right? When you forgive, you let it go. Now, I'm going to tell you something from human Sassy Marli, and I teach the kids this. Always forgive, but don't forget. Don't forget. Always forgive, because forgiveness is for you, but don't forget it. Because if someone shows you who they are, believe them. You feel me on that? If someone continuously hurts you, does things that's wrong to you, they show you who they are, forgive it, but don't forget it, right? When someone does something wrong, someone wrongs you in some way, forgive. Don't hold that in your heart, but don't forget it. Don't be naive and keep running back to the same situation over and over and over again. You with me? That's a conversation around boundaries. We'll do that on another day. So you forgive because it's about your letting go. And when I say forgive, it's not always just about a person. Forgiveness is about forgiving the situation, forgiving the events that led to that situation, forgiving yourself for your part in it, and forgiving the other people. As you do that, it's like all those little strings of attachment just start letting go. Letting go. Now in this AAF, we're halfway through. In this, you've got to get whatever it had for you. There's gold in every situation. There is a gift in every situation, especially the karmic ones. There is something in there that is going to help you to rise into your power. That's going to help you to awaken a part of you that you didn't even know existed. That is going to help you to establish stronger boundaries for yourself, a stronger level of self-respect, a stronger relationship with yourself. It's going to bring you to a new level. So get the gold. You know what I mean? Don't just be mad at it, because if you're mad at it, well, you haven't hit the forgiveness yet. You're right. So whenever this is what we call transmutation, alchemizing. When you can get the gold out of a situation, there is gold in every situation. No exception. There is gold in every situation. When you get the gold, that makes the forgiveness real easy. Because now what you've done is you've taken your power back. You've gotten what it had for you. You're no longer blaming what's happening outside of you or a person or whatever. You're no longer in that state of being anymore. You're in your power. You've gotten this golden lesson. Oh, letting it go is so easy because you're like, thank you. Because it automatically puts you in gratitude. And once you get into gratitude, well, now you've elevated your energy like, I mean, way up here, because gratitude is one of the highest vibrational energies there is. Okay, so now we've hit this really beautiful point, right? Now it is about love. Love is a neutralizing energy. I'm going to give you a real example here. If you've ever been in an argument with your partner and your partner's a good person, okay, we're not talking about the people who aren't that great. Whenever you've been in an argument with your partner, if you can stop the ego voice and you can say, if I was coming from love, how would I approach this? You will notice an instant neutralization. Or if you, even better, if you can't think of what to say, just go hug them. And hug them for like more than 5 seconds. You will feel everything just melt. The ego's gonna fight for like those first 5 seconds, but then after that, it's just gonna go, you'll melt, because love neutralizes. It neutralizes the charge. And when we're talking about energy is just electrons, protons, neutrons, just buzzing around. So our goal is to neutralize, because once you neutralize, then it doesn't have that charge, that trigger in it anymore. So you bring love into the situation and just bless it. I mean, I'm saying, like, you've already gotten the lesson, you've already forgiven it, there's no attachment anymore. Bless it with love. And our last letter, release. AAFLR. Bless it with love, and then you just let it go. Blessings to you. I'm going to be on my way because I got what I needed and we're good. Okay? So when it comes to these situations, this is the formula. This is how you handle it. I'm not telling you that it's easy. It's simple. It's not easy. Because a lot of times what happens with karmic stuff is there's a lot of attachments. There's a lot of heavy energy, particularly if it's a karmic relationship. We don't have time to really dive into all of that today. We're going to probably do a masterclass at some point on karmic relationships. But karmic relationships are essentially unfinished business. Can you redo this relationship in a better way? And that doesn't always mean you stay together forever and figure it out. It means like you get the lesson that each other needed from that relationship, and then you can split it. Like, I spent 10 years in karmic relationships. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. 10 years. Oh my God. Again, it's all about your lesson. Don't project onto the other person. Don't try to get the other person to be some way, because that's just ego projecting outside of you. It's all about you. It's your snow globe. It's all about your reality. It's all about your lessons. It's all about what you came here to do. So when you feel these things, when you're in a situation that you're just like, this keeps repeating and I don't like it, this is your formula. I'm not going to tell you it's a light switch moment. I wish it was. It's not. But the faster that you can acknowledge, accept, get the lesson, forgive, love, release, the faster you're going to transcend it. You are not doomed to a life of karmic suffering. Okay? It's up to you. It's up to you what you do with it. We are the power. We are the ones. Amen? Great question. Really, really great question. Jessie said, I'm so fascinated about past lives. It's fun, right? It's fun. I ran a program one time called Roots of Wealth. And we're going to do it again. But it's essentially on ancestral coding healing around abundance, like your relationship with wealth, your relationship with money, and around your past lives with it. And inside that program, I did this past life regression. Like, I led it, past life regression, and I saw my own. And when I tell you that this particular past life has been so pivotal in its lessons for me in this life, it has changed my life, just understanding that past life. And it's incredible because this is where you start to get that insight where you see, oh my God, like this that I've been facing over and over and over again is a lesson I didn't get in that life. And when you can see it so clearly, it's like, we are so interdimensional. Like, there's so much more to us than just here and now. You know what I mean? Like, and it's magic. It's cool. It's very deep. In the beginning, when you really start doing this inner work, what you really want to focus on is you healing those emotional blocks, healing those triggers, getting super clear on what you actually want for your life. Because like so many of us are still stuck in the should. You know what I mean? Like, we're still stuck in the like, but I'm supposed to do this and I'm supposed to have that. And especially like if you live in the US, especially with our like capitalistic money rules everything society, it's difficult. It's difficult to hear your own voice when you've got these strong like media voices coming in at us all the time telling us what we're supposed to be and what we should be. So your main job is you. It's you, because you, going back to our snow globe and the miracle matrix, you are the one creating your experience. And if you can get really, really clear on yourself, what you want, who you want to be, how you want to feel, what you want your experience of life to be, then that's your power. And from there, you can create, do, be, have anything. But you got to start first with seeing what is unconscious, what is unconsciously running your life, your beliefs, your ideas about who you're supposed to be, your ideas about what life has to be. Like, those are all red flags that you really got to look at. Because if you're doing things that you feel like you have to do that just feels like a complete, like, ugh, to your body, that's not your path. It's not your path. And I don't care how many people told you that's what you're supposed to do, whether it came from your family, your culture, society that you grew up in, whatever it is, I don't care. If you feel in your bones that that is not what is right for you, you got to listen to that. Because that is your higher self, future self, whatever you want to call it, God, universe, saying, wake up, stop. Stop doing things that make you miserable. Amen. If you want to come into my world and start doing this healing work, you can reach out to me directly. I have private coaching. I have specific programs that focus on certain modalities of healing. I have the upcoming training program. If you want to learn how to become a healer, a guide, a coach for other people, the spiritual coach training program is going to be opening. So that enrollment is going to open super soon. It's a 6-month, very in-depth training program. So if you want to come deeper into this work, just feel free to reach out to me. We can have a conversation about where you're at and what would be best for you. I love you guys. Practice this. Put the transmutation prayer into practice for yourself. It doesn't have to just be big stuff. You can literally do it over the tiniest thing, like the tiniest little thing. You have a little spat with your partner. Acknowledge, accept, forgive, love, release. Get the gold. That's for you. Don't project onto them. Get the gold that's yours, and that's going to allow you to just transmute that and move past it so much faster. I love you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Make sure you hit the likes and the subscribes. Help the algorithm out. Help me out. I love you. I will see you soon. Goodbye, my loves.